Hello, it is Ray with Get Real Ray, and welcome to another Road Ramble. So, what are we rambling about today? Well, we're gonna ramble a little bit in the business direction, but I guess also it's a life skill thing, life skill related to business. I'm on the road. I am on my way to Harlem, New York City, where I'm going to participate in a little educational program for some kids, which is super exciting. Exciting because I really love the organization that is putting on this event. And I've learned things myself through working with this organization. I've learned really cool stuff about jazz music, jazz history, jazz artists, and the history of jazz in Harlem. And so I'm really excited to be able to have an opportunity to go into New York and help spread the knowledge to others. I'm a little unsure if things are confirmed because I haven't really heard back from the organization since they said, yeah, this is the date we want to confirm you. Which you would think that means everything's confirmed, which is why I'm driving in. However, I don't have any materials. I don't know what's expected of me. This has been a theme, by the way, what is expected of me. Recently, I did a video shoot in Brooklyn, New York, and there was a team meeting the day before the shoot, going over what's expected of you and what's going to happen. I was unable to attend that team meeting because I was driving. So when I walked onto set, I just really didn't know what was expected of me. Now, I guess I'm a little old school. I really like to have my script in advance if possible, so I can just kind of take my time to get to know what's happening. And I felt super bad just because I could not remember the lines. I mean, I didn't have the script in advance. But, life skill, something that I've mentioned before in my videos, is that practice what it is that you want to achieve. So practice the skills that you need to acquire or, maintain, be really good at in order to do the work you want to do. So that way, when you get that call, hey, let's work, you're ready. And I kind of thought I was ready, but I wasn't in top form, I guess. Now, I don't have to think of this. I'm trying to think, how would I well, you know what? I just figured it out. So one way to practice working with cold copy is just to get some pieces and try to force myself to memorize as much as possible within, 5 minutes. And I pretty much do that exercise with my students, so it really shouldn't be a big surprise to me that that's what I would need to do in order to succeed. Whoa, there are some trucks moving in front of me, which makes me nervous. But I'm going to let these trucks go because they're really big, you guys. The trucks that were on my side. And I feel like I'm just going to let these 2 trucks go. I'm going to only let two trucks, not 3. This other truck wants to go too. I'm letting 2 go through. Okay, I'll let you go too. Oh my God, 4 trucks? They have to get over to the other lane though, so we'll let that go. Okay. They're not getting over to the other lane. I don't know what the F they're doing then. Alright, so anyway. What is this ramble about again? Yo, it's ramble time. This is actually not about me. It's about you. So, I wanted to talk a bit about organization. Now, no. I mean, yes, life skill organization, yes, life skill accountability, responsibility. However, what we're really focused on is getting fired. So, getting fired for the person getting fired is rarely a fun experience. I don't really know anybody who's been fired who's just been like, yes, so glad I got fired. Now, to be fair, I can see yes, so glad I got fired if someone is hoping to get like financial benefits from getting fired, because I don't think you get unemployment if you get fired. So yeah, it's not very often you go, yes, I got fired. You know, if it's a job you totally hated, if you got fired, you might be high-fiving people like, yeah, they fired me. If it's a wrongful termination and you think that you get to sue them or something, yes, they fired me, I get to sue you, woo! But for the most part, getting fired is something fun, especially if it's a job you like. So, I'm going to talk about a couple of different scenarios and things you can do to, like, not get fired, I guess. All right. So recently I was having a conversation with my nephew where they mentioned that someone they respect and follow online, an artist, was fired from their job. And when they were telling me why this person was fired, my thought was just kind of like, that's all crazy. And maybe this person, it was like, oh, their internet went out, or their power went out. So their power went out, and then they needed to tell their job that their power went out so that they could focus on that. But then their phone battery died, so then they had to go to a cafe to charge their phone. The cafe didn't open for a while, so they had to wait on that. And then by the time that they called their job to tell them that their power went out and they couldn't work, the job was like, had sent an email saying, we're letting you go. And my thought was, that's all crazy. I don't know if this is a cash lane. Is this a cash lane? I don't know. I now have to wait to see if this is a cash lane, you guys, because I cannot freaking tell. Okay, I'm gonna pause this video while I figure this out. It's a cash lane. Gonna pay my toll. I have to do these things where I calculate what is the most financially savvy method of doing these trips, in terms of toll or parking. Okay. Good morning. Thank you. Have a great day. Be nice to your toll workers, you guys. They have to endure noise and smells all day long, right? And then confuse people like me going, I don't know, how much is the toll? I don't have cash. I never carry cash. But I knew that I would be going through the toll today, so I stopped at the ATM yesterday. Okay, so that's me trying to be organized, trying to be prepared. Oh yeah, organization. So yes, this individual lost their job. There was this whole crazy story, and it's really easy to say, oh, I got fired because I couldn't charge my phone, or I got fired because my power went out and they weren't understanding, right? But companies rarely would fire somebody over something so small. So if it's a really good employee, they're not going to fire somebody over one incident. They're going to fire somebody over multiple incidents, even if it's not a really good employee. Even if it's just this employee's terrible. Employers are looking at multiple incidents where there has been a violation of procedure, violation of trust, or just a demonstration of an inability to be reliable and to do the job. Okay, I'm speaking on this as someone who has been terminated, and that, I guess I've been terminated 2 times, and once I was threatened with termination, so I was like, I quit. I quit and give me some money. But just to clarify, no one should really have a goal of being terminated for a job. In my personal opinion, I think that if you don't like a job, then just see if you can find something that you like, instead of let me just keep screwing up so that you can fire me. And if you can't find something that you like, that's a thing too. I mean, it's not super, super easy. But right now we are in a climate where, at least in the United States, there are a lot of jobs available. So if this was housing, it would be a buyer's market, right? So potential employees, it's an employee market. Potential employees have their pick. They can be like, this one pays this one pays that. Who do I want to work for? I want to work for you because you pay more, or this job is easier, or you give free donuts, whatever, right? That person's whole story aside, I was trying to explain to my nephew that termination wasn't the result of not being able to charge the phone or power going out or anything like that. That termination was the result of many issues. And so while we can feel a bit of empathy for someone who's struggling with the feelings that come with being terminated, right? We don't want to get the emotions confused and suddenly feel like an injustice was done and feel sadness or anger over an injustice, because an injustice wasn't done, right? So I'm actually going to talk more now about different reasons I've had to terminate individuals. I actually had to terminate a contract this week. And here we go. So sometimes employers have to terminate people not because we don't like them. Like, I try to incorporate a sense of family and the opportunity for growth, and even some wiggle room to make mistakes, because it's a learning process. However, when it's been demonstrated to me that repeated training and education isn't helping or isn't showing signs of improvement, then I have to go, oh gosh, now is this costing me more to get this person to where I need to be, as opposed to just finding someone else? And actually, that's something that's one reason why employers really won't let somebody go over one infraction, because we have to look at the total cost of bringing on someone new to begin with. Now, I mainly deal with contractors, right? But I still offer training. Sometimes I offer equipment assistance. If you are an employer and if you're a large company, then you have to pay HR. You have to pay somebody to create the paperwork to bring on that new person, to, get them trained, to get all of the, you might even be paying someone else separately for training, but you have to pay HR to make sure that all the appropriate legal documents are completed and filed. You have to pay to make sure, it feels like this, like, why is my car shaking so much? It felt like this guy was fucking on my bumper. Excuse my language. My car should not be jumping up and down right now. Okay, sorry. So, we have to look at, you have to pay taxes if it's an employee. The business has to pay taxes to the city, taxes to the state, and federal taxes just for having that employee. So there are a lot of costs related to having an employee. If it's an employee that's full-time in the United States, the employer may be required to have offer health insurance, and if the employee takes the health insurance, there's another cost, right? We also pay into like Social Security. We pay into this is just my car. Why is my car shaking so much, you guys? Well, everything temperature-wise, things are good. I don't know. Okay, I feel like my seat feels very like whoa, jittery, jump. I don't really know why that is. Okay, okay. So business advice on the road. Sorry, not sorry. This is really good advice. Yeah, employers have expenses, so we have to calculate those expenses before we just let somebody go. We have to say, okay, how much should I spend on bringing this person on? How much is it gonna? How much more is it going to cost me to keep them? And how much more would it cost me if I let them go and have to train somebody else, right? At what point do I get a return on my investment? Because when an employer brings on an employee, or when a contractor brings on a new contractor, it is an investment. It really is. Any kind of relationship development, any partnership is an investment. It's an investment of time. It can be an investment of money. And since we're talking about how to not get fired, employees, contractors, we're talking a lot about that investment of money right now. All right. Ooh. I need to figure out how to get out of this. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get out of this lane. Get out of this lane. It's not looking too good, you guys. Oh my goodness. That shaky thing. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to Google that. If you know why my car might be shaking so aggressively when it's at stop. And temperature-wise, okay, temperature-wise, it says that my water level is, I guess, medium. Like, temperature-wise, we're good. I shouldn't be having that shaky, in my opinion. I don't think I should be having that shaky. Okay. I'd love to be able to get over, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys. Going into New York. Across this fabulous bridge. Amazing. There's a very rattly truck next to me. That's why I don't like driving in morning traffic. Only I can get over there. Oh, I can. Thank you so much, guy. Thank you. That was really cool. This guy let me get over. Okay. If I could, like, Venmo him muffins right now, I would. Go truck, go. 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 Go! Okay. I tried to let that truck get over. He wasn't going to go, so I gotta keep moving. Keep on moving, like the song says. Keep on moving. Don't stop. Move the hands of time. Something like that. Okay. Okay. Sure. I had an individual who was referred to my business. So referrals, I haven't vetted as heavily because I figure, like, if you were referred to me, then that means the person who referred you knows my business, knows you, and really strongly believes that you are a good fit for working with my business. That's been kind of my view of referrals. Now, this last experience is an indication that I can no longer operate from that viewpoint. And actually, to be fair, I started changing my philosophy on that a couple of months ago, because I found people were messaging me with really no clear idea of what work they could provide. Like, I legit got an email where it was like, hi, so-and-so referred me and said really good things. I'd love to work with kids. And I was like, cool. What is your skill set? What can you offer? And I'm trying to remember if they even replied. I think they did reply. I just really want to work with kids or something. What? Like, if you reach out to a business and say, hey, I want to work with you, then you have to know what kind of work you want to do. You have to know what kind of work you want to do. It is not the company's job, whether that is the employer or the person or people of the company offering the contract. It's not their job to be like, oh, well, you have a pulse, so this is the work that we think you should do. We don't know you, right? We don't know you, especially if you haven't sent a resume. We don't know you. So you have to be able to say, like, I have experience teaching XYZ, or I have experience making boats. I want to learn more about ABC, whatever. You just have to give us something, because it's not our job. So if you're asking for work, know what kind of work you're asking for. It's pretty simple. So the contractor that I let go, they approached me at a time when I was very busy and I had to prioritize the people who were already in the contract with me. And I said, hey, no promises in terms of how much work I can get you or how soon, but if you're willing to hang in there, then we can work together. And they were like, okay. Ooh. This is weird. And so that was it. Oh, they really were in a separate lane. I thought, like, oh my gosh, this truck is going to, like, crush me. What's happening? But we were in two separate lanes, you guys. Okay. Woo! Gotta know where I'm going. Okay, so anywho, how this person received training in terms of, well, we had a meeting, and this is how our business works, and then they did observe an event. I asked, what do you want to work with? Who do you want to work with? So they came in, they observed an event. Then they had another session where they had to shadow me and see me interact with my students, get a feel for how our business runs. Then I said, okay, and all this stuff is paid, mind you. Now let me see you demonstrate how you would teach. And I sent them an email. I sent them an email with instructions on what they needed to prepare for the demonstration. And they came into the demonstration unprepared. Oh, I didn't know, but I sent you everything. Oh, yes. Would you like to reschedule? Nope, I can do this right now. Okay, cool. And, it's a choice, right? I don't know what choice I would have made in that position. I probably, that was a big bump. I probably also would have said, no, I can go ahead and proceed. I probably would have said that too, but I would have really made sure to bring my A game in proceeding with doing what they were asking me to do. If I did not have experience in that area or wasn't confident that I could deliver, then I would just apologize profusely and be like, I'm so sorry. I really want to make sure that I provide my best work, and I think it would be best for me to reschedule, right? Because giving a lackluster demonstration of my work would not be good. Sorry, there's a little sign that says, somebody just totally sped by, and the sign said just didn't even read their speed anymore. It just flashed, slow down. That is not a problem for me right now. I'm not going pretty fast at all. Actually, I'm not even. Ooh, let me get it up to speed limit, guys. Okay, cool. So, oh, wow. This trip was not supposed to take anywhere near as long as it did. And so now I have to make sure I won't be late for my first appointment. Alright. Anyway, moving on. So they had training. They and I told them, like, you need more training, but let's carry on. I had them come into another event, and in this other event, I asked them to kind of like basic things, like, can you open, well, they got there late, and there seemed to be all kinds of messages, oh, the thing's not working, blah, 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 and then, after like 15-20 minutes, apparently the thing worked. It was the craziest thing. I don't know what happened. It didn't work, but now it works. What? Like, how did it not work and all of a sudden it worked? That doesn't make much sense to me. Something pretty much had to have changed.
Turn right onto West 124th Street.
And when I'm talking about Zoomlex, by the way, so all I had to do was click a link to join the event. But they did join this event, and I, was asking them to look for certain things on their screen, open up this website, and, go ahead and click on this document. And it was clear they were extremely frustrated. Now, mind you, I gave the same instructions to the students just prior to this person's arrival, and the students, like, they're 10 years old. Go to the Friday date, and then go to the document. There's only one option for Friday, and this person was asking me, like, is it this one? Or does it say Friday? It says blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, well, Friday's in the title, like, that's where you're going. I'm like, I don't really understand the question. Okay, now go ahead and open the document. I don't see the document. Okay, I know it's there because the kids just got it, and there's only, go ahead and share your screen. You share my screen, and it's a blog, so there's only one. Once you click on the day, there's only one option to choose from there. So one would think, after multiple times, if I don't see it, one would think they would that the feeling would be, let me just click this and see what happens. Okay, so it clicks there. There are the documents. Okay, and I don't see the document. I know it's there because the students just have the document. I don't see it. It's not here. It's not here. Okay, now we have to do a screen share. See, it's not here. Okay, you have to scroll down. Okay, see, it's still not here. You are scrolling on a file. You're not scrolling on the page. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, here it is. So, if I had time, I'm getting nervous, then I could train you on, well, honestly, no. For a high school student who's never had any work, I'll train you on how to use a computer. But for an adult who wants to run a class, I can't invest a lot of time in training you on small skills that you should have before you come wanting to work in an online environment. If we had more staff, then it might be worthwhile. However, actually, I'm going to take that back because, and I'm going to tell you why I'm going to take that back. Because it wasn't the isolated incident of not being able to use technology, it was the compound issues. All right, so unable to use to do basic technology skills, not being proactive to look around, right? If a student says, I don't see it, we need to make sure that the teacher can say, oh, well, let's find it together, and to be able to resolve the problem and not just sit there with, I have a problem, there's nothing I can do, right? Because then are you going to be sending me messages saying, oh, there's a problem and I need someone to fix it? Because I can't do that. I need to know that you're able to run a class. Additionally,
in half a mile, turn right onto West 124th Street.
Additionally, aside from knowing that you can manage the class, I also need to know that you can handle being on time, that you can handle clicking a Zoom link. I need to know that you're going to come prepared. And because it is a remote position and we really require our instructors to look at their emails, to read the information we're sending them, we can't handhold on a lot of stuff, right? So once you're trained, and then you need to be able to read those emails, organize your emails, do the work. And because this person had shown multiple areas where they were not moving forward with kind of basic skills, the basic ability to make sure that they have the links, the basic ability to make sure that they know what's required of their demonstration. It made no sense to keep this person on. And mind you, I really thought about it. This person was extremely nice, and they were referred by somebody who's also very nice. But being nice is not a reason to keep you around when it's costing me time and money. It can't cost me both things, right? Time and money. So, in order to not have future headaches, I had to end that relationship. We never even got to officially sign the contract, and it was just a very prolonged training process. There was an email contract in terms of offer of work and then acceptance of that offer, but I also do like a full written contract which lays out pay and responsibilities and right to termination, all that stuff. So we didn't get that like little final thing done together, and relationship terminated. So one reason why Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 11. Okay, sorry. One reason why someone might be terminated is because they have not shown that they're being proactive, dependable, all the things. Okay. Let's look at another reason why someone might be terminated. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. This trip is taking 3 minutes longer than I had planned on. Another reason for termination. Not being receptive of feedback, right? So I've had some contractors get really hostile towards me when I give them feedback. And just passive aggressive, I think is the best way to say it. And my thought is, well, you want money from me, and if I'm giving you feedback, asking you to change something so that way our families remain happy, then you need to keep that in mind.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
Because I can give my money to somebody else. Go past this light. You guys, I'm over here struggling like, I gotta go past what?
At the traffic lights, turn right onto West 124th Street, then turn left onto Mount Morris Park West.
Okay. So, with all that being said, I just
At the stop sign, turn left onto Mount Morris Park West.
in those kind of instances where people are just clearly show that they have zero respect for my opinion, my authority as the business owner and the person who issued the contract, those people, you don't get a contract renewal, you will get a contract cancellation.
Then at the next one, turn left.
Don't ask me for anything. Alright, so being passive aggressive or hostile, there's another reason for termination.
At the traffic lights, turn left onto West 120th Street, then turn right onto 5th Avenue.
I remember I worked at a restaurant where there were 3 managers, and though I did my job very well, one day I got called in by 2 to 3 managers, and they said, hey, we need to talk to you about your behavior. And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like,
At the traffic lights, turn right onto 5th Avenue, then turn right onto West 117th Street.
you do a good job, but you are passive aggressive towards one of the managers. And I'm like, but he's not a good manager and I don't respect him. And they're like, yeah, we get that, but it's still a job. You're still agreeing to do this job, and you can't take orders from 2 out of 3 managers. Like, part of your job is to take orders from all the managers. And I was just like, well, he doesn't do a good job. I don't know what to tell you. Why am I taking orders from somebody who clearly does not know what they're talking about? And the manager was like, we get that. Everybody gets that. We can't really talk about that. Basically, we agree. But you are still expected to take orders from this person, even regardless of how you feel about their performance ability.
Then at the next one, turn right.
And they were right. I mean, I was annoyed, but I was like, okay, fine. I'll
Traffic lights, turn right onto West
try to listen to that
117th
person.
Street, then the destination is on your left.
But yeah, being angry is not a good way to keep a job.
22 West 117th Street.
Okay, well, there might be a part 2, because I'm gonna park my car now. It has been real, as always. I love keeping it real with you guys. Thank you so much, and until next time, peace.